Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. Can I get a one if you can hear me? Give me a two if I sound like a robot or whatever. Boom. Yes, thank you, y'all. Hey, V in training. Hey, Egypt, how are you? French tips, nude lips, how are you? Winter Grace is here. Who else we got? Dust Free Black Woman in the building. Geisha Peach. SLW04. I wonder what that stands for. What does that stand for, boo? Interesting. SLW04. Okay. Hey, Lady Posh. How is everybody doing? Check this out, y'all. It's funny. I just put up VN Training's comment and it said hashtag all. There's been a point of contention between me and a lot of black women out here because again, black women absolutely love black men. They do. It's to the point where it's kind of scary. It's very, very scary that you'd have some issues with other black women because of black men. It's almost monstrous, you know? We sat up here and we had that little dog up here just chomping at the bit because of, not all. I even see a big forehead bitch on Facebook said we're unhinged now. So let me go ahead and add that to the pot. Extreme and unhinged. Y'all take a look at something real quick. And I want you to see what unhinged looks like.
Find me a good black man, I'd be damned if I let him go anywhere. I always said I'd never fight over a man, but you let me have a good black man and the bitch can't say shit to me because she will get her ass kicked.
Ladies, let me tell you something. please do not, whatever you do, let mammies and mammy adjacent bitches, fence sitters and jackasses sit up there and tell you you're unhinged because you said you don't want to mess with these niggas. There's a whole bunch of women that I could have got along with them, you know, if I simply just uttered the words, not all. But that'll never happen. It'll never happen. I think all black men are pieces of shit in one way or another. But the title of this live stream is Both Sides of Your Mouth Have Bad Breath. And let me explain to you what I'm talking about. On one side, it's you shouldn't be saying all black men are trash. That's fucked up. It's unhinged. It's extreme. It's all of this shit. No, fuck the body count. Fuck the DV rates. Fuck the STD rates. Fuck all of that shit. Don't say all black men. Don't do it. Well, on the other side of their raggedy ass mouth, I'm hearing that DZ doesn't care about black women and girls. Well, I actually do. No matter what you think, I actually care about black women and girls a hell of a lot more than you not all bitches do because you're willing to let them risk their lives going in to the black community. But check this out. That word all. You want me to support all black women. I think that's kind of interesting. I can say all, or you don't want me to say all black men are trash, but you indeed want me to go to the other side and support all black women, no matter what their ideologies are, no matter what they think, how they move, how much danger they put you in, right? What they think about you. A lot of them are male identified, so they look at you in a weird way. So you do like the word all after all, right? But here's the problem. You got me fucked up, bitch. All the way fucked up. I'm not going to support a group of women that know the deal, that actually work on the stats, that know it's 4.8 hours, 5.5 hours, 3 times the domestic violence rate. No, all of this is coming from a community that you hail from, but still tiptoeing your funky ass back in there trying to figure out how do you get one of these motherfucking men. All black men got it on. They did a number on y'all. Y'all are ferocious beasts when it comes to them.
Find me a good black man, I'll be damned if I let him go anywhere. I always said I never fight over a man, but you let me have a good black man and the bitch can't say shit to me because she will get her ass kicked.
I hear you. I hear you. And I understand where you're coming from. You are an animal, exactly like him. You fight the power ass bitches that's throwing marches and throwing other black women up under the bus and all that shit. You need to look in the mirror and figure out who you support. And see, I am over here telling you, get your black ass away from black men. Period. It's one sentence. One sentence. Here you come with a stack of paperwork. Well, the stats in Wisconsin is this. The stats in California is this. Well, the men in the Northeast, they not kicking your ass so bad. If you're looking for a man, look in the Northeast. Oh, and don't forget to paint your nails and act feminine and to do all this extra shit and blah, blah, blah. Femininity. Here we go with that shit again. You got women out here saying we're unhinged, but it's people making videos saying that you should be willing to fight grown ass men. What? What happened to all that femininity? I'm confused. You said that we're pussies. I'm a pussy? Really? Here's the deal. I don't fight. I don't want to fight. I don't fight for black men. I don't fight for black women. I tell black women, hey, get your ass away from Blackistan. That's as far as that fight is going to go. I'll give you a reference for a job. I'll do one-on-ones for you. But as far as putting on some boots and hitting the ground, that ain't me. That's you. But it's odd that a march for black women to not be killed or whatever, it wasn't mentioned who was the perpetrators. I find that interesting as fuck. How do you do a march talking about black women being dropped, unalived, whatever, but don't mention who's doing it the most? This right here is disingenuous by definition. Are you out of your fucking mind? You mean to tell me instead of telling people who's fucking up black women, you rather do a set of jumping jacks? Go away. Go away. You're playing right now. I don't have time for the games. I'm not in it for the games. I said, leave black men alone. Now, ultimately, that's going to be up to you. But you need to put your thinking cap on and look at what's going on around you. It's a hot mess out here in these streets. But the common denominator of all the fights between the mammies and the divestors and the fence sitters and all that shit, at the bottom of that nasty ass pot, you're going to find a black man. It's only because of black men that we don't get along. If there was no such thing as black men, we probably get along okay. But I have a feeling that mammying is your spirit. Mammying is what you do. Mammying is your mantra. So if the man was purple, you'd probably be a mammy. You have a penchant for letting men just jump all over you and tell you is it a fetish? Is mammying a fetish? It's already established that it's a sin because it makes you have to be treacherous to other black women. What's going on here? Aaliyah, it's on you.
I mean, I had no idea that we had that type of power that we could stop hundreds of people from going wherever they wanted to go. I mean, y'all claim that nobody listens to us any other time. So why would they start listening to us now? We're the crazy and unhinged ones. Remember, y'all are the rational and sane ones that are innocent and being bullied for no reason. Yet somehow we still have enough power to stop people from coming to support your march. I mean, I didn't know we had it like that. I mean, I do know this. All I'm tired of divestors being blamed for everything, and that shit is getting old to me. They blame us
Mm-hmm.
for absolutely everything. There's a hole in the ozone layer. We did it. Global warming and climate change is our fault. It's snowing at the North Pole. That's on us too. Every fucking thing that goes on in this space or another is our fault, no matter what it is. And it's like, you damn right we said all, bitch. We said that shit and we meant that shit. Hashtag all from the NICU to the grave. No exceptions. That means your sons. That means your husbands. That means your brothers and every goddamn thing else. Hashtag all. And they gonna have to learn to deal with that because ain't nobody changing that to please either one of them motherfuckers. And you could go back to any platform and complain about us all you want to, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody is gonna come off that shit. We're not. We said what the fuck we said. Understand that, and you don't have to like it, but it is what it is.
I am not sorry for what I say. If you was under the impression that it could be five people in here, five, right? And I'm going to say the exact same thing. I don't do numbers. I don't do crowd pleasing. I don't do fake protests. I don't do all of this mammying, for lack of a better term, for nobody. That includes white men. That includes purple men. That includes Asian women. That includes every fucking body. See, but the thing is, you'll never stop. I asked you a couple of months ago to take your ass and go some goddamn where. Now, had the march went well, would you have given me props for that? Since everything is divestors' fault, if the march was a goddamn success, would you have tapped the mic and asked, was this thing on? And said that it was a great idea what the divestors said and did? No, your allies didn't show up either. Mm. The same people all of us fell out about. The allies, those beautiful Kang dangalangs, didn't show the fuck up. Who was doing your camera work? I'll wait. I'll wait. Who? Divestment is about putting yourself first, getting to safety, and whatever your happiness is after you leave Blackistan, it is what it is. Okay? You, on the other hand, you want some community shit. I can't do community shit. That community doesn't give a fuck about black women. How many times do I have to say this? You're going to get duped every single time you try to include them. They have been clear with you that they don't give a fuck about you. There was a better turnout for the Popeyes chicken sandwich debut than it was for you to stop being taken the fuck out every 5 hours. Did you hear what I said? The Popeyes chicken sandwich was able to get more dusties to show the fuck up than you begging not to be murdered. Huh. Ain't that a bitch? Fought like a motherfucker to get they placed in line for that chicken sandwich. But you, on the other hand, you don't mean a goddamn thing. Hey, it's on you, Ebony.
My question is, well, actually, this is a thought. Black men have never really shown up for anything. They didn't show up when you have mixers. They don't show up when you have kids. They don't show up when you go to church. They don't show up when you go to Popeyes. They don't show up when you march. They're not going to show up for you. I don't understand the effort. The effort, even the money that
Oops.
goes into
Oops.
showing, look at us, and you're doing nothing. Okay, even your, like she said, even your allies didn't show up, and that's not even including black men. I mean, what are you doing? Are you
Look,
just that discombobulated by BBC that you can't plan? I don't
child,
get it.
these are the type of bitches. Fuck what this says up top, because it's some goofy bitch shit up there. But you see that hand? That's what I imagine when I think of women, black women, coming against other black women. It doesn't matter the age, that hand. I don't even have to describe it. Y'all are from the black community, so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what type of bitch this is, right? It's that one that's always making excuses. It's that one that's always saying that crimes in the black community are poverty based. It's that one that don't understand you would probably do better with a one piece than a four piece, sis. It's that one that don't want to hear shit. It's that one that's always talking about oppression. It's that one that's always trying to flex and ain't got a motherfucking thing to flex about. You looking straight through that whore. Like, what are you talking about? This is the bitches I'm talking about. Y'all can read that old ass post if you want to, because bitches like this still exist. It's the hand for me. It's the waiting 3 weeks because you got to pay your rent for me to get that fill in. It's that I have to wear it mid knuckle because the rest of my finger ain't going for me. You bitches can kiss my ass. Do you understand? I don't see you. I don't feel you. I don't give a fuck what you think. I am going to continue to say not all. I'm going to continue to tell you not all, excuse me. And y'all need to get the fuck on. I'm not doing this shit with y'all. I don't do black men. I don't care the background. I don't care what he got going on. I don't care if he's a lawyer. He's a prosecutor. He's this. He's that. He graduated. He don't have no convictions, ass nigga. I don't do him either. You know, the one that didn't do anything wrong ever in his life? Yeah, that part. I'm not doing it with you. I don't care about their unemployment rates. I don't care what they want sexually. You bitches still talk about who they want to fuck. That's because you want to fuck. That's because you want to fuck. Shane, it's on you.
I don't know. I'm just cracking up at this damn meme you guys showing. I'm just like, Jesus, that hand looked like everything she went through in that fucking post. That is just fucked
I
up.
mean, she telling the story. That hand tells the story, baby. It is what it's. All them niggas is trash. Look, I don't know where she got that ring from, but I highly doubt that it has any value if it was appraised. Sorry.
But
Sorry.
she held him down. You see? She held him down. There was nothing to hold. You guys are looking stupid.
I mean, here's the thing. All they do is talk out of both sides of their mouths. They swear all we do, with one breath, they'll swear all we do is worship white men. And then turn around and claim that all we do is talk about black men. So which one is it? That is the story of their lives. They just go around talking out of both sides of their mouths. And the sad part about all of this is that there is no black man on any platform across the board that's going as hard for black women as they are for them. And they don't understand how desperate that is in and of itself. These men are everything that you say about them. It's not all of them. Or they saying the exact opposite about all of you. And that's what makes
Preach.
it so pathetic.
Preach.
That's what makes it so pathetic. You going so hard to make sure that everybody knows that it's some good black men out there, but they ain't running around saying, "Oh, it's some good black women out there." Every time one of them has a podcast, a microphone from any fucking platform, it doesn't matter if he just typing with his fingers. They talking some negative shit about black women. They don't make it their duty to jump in and step up and try to take up for the collective of black women. They never have and they never will.
It
And
makes
you are
sense
too
though.
damn.
It
Mhm.
makes sense though, because they don't like black women.
But they're too damn stupid to know what reciprocity is, what putting
Child, please.
yourself first is. But
Mm-mm.
they
Oh,
this is the
please,
shit they
no.
want to preach. And it's like, you're not you are you not paying attention? When do these niggas ever show up for you? Which is what Ebony was just saying, but they gotta always open their fucking mouths. And it's like, do you not know how dumb you look? They are not standing up for y'all in any kind of way. They are doing the exact opposite. They have made whole careers off of the backs of black women stepping on you. Did you
But
really think they?
Aaliyah,
Mhm,
I want the
mhm.
ladies to pick a struggle.
they
Pick
can't. It's
a
too many available.
struggle.
It's too many available. And let me apologize to Shane because I had caught the Holy Ghost while she was talking. Hallelujah. I didn't mean to cut you off. I am so sorry. It's the
That's all
hand for
right.
me. I'm gonna have to get that hand from up here. Go ahead.
That's all right. But I also wanted to address that jagged teeth heifer that called us pussies and said that we should be willing to fight grown ass motherfucking men. Yes, I am a pussy bitch because I was born with one. I'm
Hey,
not supposed to be fucking fight you, old crooked teeth whore. While you sitting up here tripping, you from the goddamn state where we getting pretty much reports of some crazy motherfucker just going crazy and popping women in the face and everything else. Every couple of hours or something going on there. And you want women to sit up here and go to some raggedy ass march where they admittedly had no security, but they were claiming they were getting threats. And then you're gonna say, well, y'all should be prepared to fight. Bitch, take your manly ass up there. That's fine. I ain't doing that. I'm a woman. I'm not supposed to be fucking fighting.
and listen.
Well,
Um,
they
if they started, can you imagine? Why would you give somebody that type of advice to fight big grown ass men? Bitch, you're losing every 5 hours. They knocking you the fuck out off the planet. You ain't sleep to wake back up. You can't win, Rocky. You remember that shit from the movie Rocky? You can't win, Rock. If y'all could win, what's happening? Why are y'all losing so bad? Why y'all got all these out of wedlock births of shit, out of relationship births? Because fuck marriage. He's not even there. What is going on? How do you gonna ask divestors and black women to fight grown black men? Really? And here's another part before I pass the mic. Darling, I never said anything to you in your whole life. I've never initiated any contact with you. I don't know if you know, but I'm married. I feel like you're trying to make a move on me. I feel like you want to take me out. I feel like you want us to go on a date and all that type of shit. I've never said anything to you, boo. And you was having issues with another content creator. And all of a sudden, here you go, DZ. DZ. I think the word DZ or divested zealot, you think it's making your teeth white or something like that because you keep spitting it out when I'm not talking to you. Don't you have a boxing match to get to? Don't you got somebody you need to beat up? Because I don't fight. I do complete self-defense and it's always with weaponry. I don't fight. I'm never the aggressor. I don't initiate. I don't do any of that. I am a peaceful woman. But don't get the part fucked up where the beautiful, beautiful white man has made some very, very good weaponry if I'm ever accosted by you or anybody out here from Blackistan. Because make no mistake about it, you from Blackistan, bitch. Talking about fighting, talking about whooping ass, talking about that somebody's a pussy. Then you have the nerve to call somebody ghetto. Girl, if that ain't hood rat, that's hood rat shit. That's hood rat shit. Remember? Because when I say pussy, I'm a hood rat. Just because it came out of your mouth don't mean it ain't hood rat. So let's keep the shit consistent. Welcome to the panel, Kyra. How are
Oh,
you,
that's why
ma'am?
she looks swole like that. She stay fighting all the time. She look like she been beat the fuck up. I promise you she do. And I try not to really go in on their looks. I try to stay away from that. But she look like she done been beat the fuck up. I swear that bitch like she done went several rounds with Tyson. I
I'm
promise you.
sorry.
And
That lady looks like she looks like she's got heart failure or
that is
her
a horrible makeup job. She need to ooh. Who the fuck doing her makeup? She looks terrible. See, that's the type shit she need to be worried about. She looked like she has really been beat the fuck up. I swear she went in 12 rounds with Clubber Lang, Yvonne Drago, and every goddamn body else. Since you brought up the Rocky thing, yeah, she definitely looked like she'd have been in the ring with quite a few.
And
That's a
lost.
hard bitch.
And
That's a
lost.
hard face bitch.
I tell you what, homegirl, I put it to you like this. I've never accosted you, so let's do this. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Pink person and everybody else that's out here that's upset with me because I don't deal with black males in any fashion. Just go away. I promise I'll never mention you. I promise you that. Leave me alone. I am not available. Leave me alone, girl. Me and you don't have anything in common. We're not going to be able to get along. You're a fighter. What happened to the femininity courses? Where's the femininity courses? They teaching how to fight in femininity courses? I'm not. I don't know. Hey, Kyra, what you doing, boo?
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies. Uh,
Hey.
if you don't mind, I like to lay out my hypothesis. I just want to preface that with a hypothesis about what went on, if you don't mind, DZ.
Do your thing.
Okay, so here's the thing, it's not the fault of divestors or black women in general that the powwow was a failure because it was a planned failure from the get-go. Let's play a game of what makes the most sense. Okay, no, there's no security, no permits being filed. There's allegedly 700 tickets available, but they're sold out. And so why would anyone make the effort to fly or go somewhere and show up at an event that they don't have a ticket for? Those three things sort of add up and say that they really weren't trying to have the event in the first place.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I've never heard of a march with tickets. That sounds like a concert to me. I'm sorry, it just makes no sense. That has to be the first march, protest, whatever you want to call it, that required a ticket.
Of course they weren't intending to have it. I agree with your hypothesis. That was some shit they threw together at the last minute, and that the attendance and the way it turned out was a reflection of that because they had no choice but to try to go through with something after old girl went over there and fucked it up and let the cat out of the bag prematurely. And we had to call them out on that shit. Now y'all need to do what y'all say y'all gonna do with all that money you collected. And so they had no choice but to try to throw some shit together. And that's exactly what they did. And that's exactly what it looked like thrown together. So yeah, your hypothesis is on point.
Exactly, Aaliyah. They threw it together. Basically, I'm going to have to say, shout out to Mocha the Blueprint. She drilled them real hard about where's the money and virtual
Hey,
marketing.
Mocha.
She did. She
Yeah,
did.
she did. So yes, they threw that slap shit stuff together just for you, and it reflected that. Like, not to since we're talking about looks, did you notice that from the videos of the march that those women that were speaking and the others associated with the BF organization were looking raggedy and unkempt? Like they literally looked like they rolled out of bed and it's like, I'm gonna just show up. Now,
Don't say too much because guess what? They say they fight bitches, just like some hood rats. They say they fight bitches. Kyra, you don't want your ass whooped, do you?
well, wait a minute. I thought we were the ghetto ones with the raggedy edges and stuff. I thought we were the
Now
ones that were
I'll
rough
be
around the edges.
ghetto. Cause I'll blow back one of them bitches bonnets too. I don't care. We ain't for niggas
Oh
do
yeah,
rag, but we'll
yeah.
blow back one of them bitches bonnets also. And
Uh-huh.
that's get they can call that ghetto. They can call it whatever the fuck they want to.
I
But
call
I
it
will
self defense.
I mean,
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
we
And
were
see
the
I've been
ghetto
called
ones
a lot of
already.
things. Yeah. But see, no, the one I heard the bitch said we was pussy. I ain't never been called that a day in my life. Now she could test that theory if she want to and find out the hard way. But see, I'm not one of these niggas. You play puss over here and you will get fucked.
Well,
You
here's
Oh,
will
the
get
deal,
fucked
though.
hard,
Them
bitch.
niggas ain't playing with them either. Have y'all seen the graveyards? Have y'all seen the newspapers? Have y'all seen World Star Hip Hop? They ain't playing with them either. Y'all, if y'all think that's a good idea to sit up there and try to fight a black man, I bid you adieu. I'm gonna cover your story when your jaw is dangling from your shit. That's somebody you don't want to fuck with because they don't like you, and it's gonna be a lot of oomph behind that swing if he get a chance. You bet not.
and I would like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to also add, none of the speakers were speaking about anything that was actually relevant to the issue of BF. They were just talking about some other, you know, law of attraction bullshit, give it to God nonsense, white supremacy, and
God
basically
ain't
they
never
did.
seen them.
You saw that, like they basically did the whole time. They didn't name the problem whatsoever.
Because
Uh,
it's black men and they don't want to name that. You can't piss off black men as a black woman. That's being off code. That's why they don't like you. That's why they don't like me. That's why they don't like Mocha. That's why they don't like Kara. They don't like no motherfucking body that's sitting up here telling the truth about what's going on in our communities. And let's get this part straight. This is not behind some wall. Everybody see you getting your ass handed to you, right? They know what's going on in the black community. Hell, half the time when you find out what's going on in the black community, it's being reported by another community. Don't forget that.
I mean, that's why if we're crazy and unhinged, this is type of crazy and unhinged I don't mind being because we're exposing a lot of bullshit over here. They can sit up and play these fucking games where they sit up and talk about how we're being killed every 4.8 to 5.5 hours. And my thing and then refuse to say who's actually doing it and playing these games. But my thing is if you never say what the fuck the real is, you can't really claim with the same breath that you're actually for black women and us, doing better. You can't even be for the black community if you can't if you cannot tell the truth about one fucking thing, if you cannot address the real fucking problems for real, then how are you helping anybody?
oh,
I
I want
that's
to.
That's why black folks are never, ever, ever gonna get anywhere. And let me tell you why. The community as a whole cannot look at itself critically. Number one. Number two, if they find some effed up stuff, they're not going to name it because who is the person who's doing it? It's usually the black men. Okay.
Kang,
No,
Kang.
nobody wants to name it. Nobody wants to claim it. And therefore, we're a mess. And I don't see, like I said, pick a struggle. If you're going to pamper the black man's ego, you guys can do that. That's fine. You can go out and fight for them. You can march for them. I'm marching for my ass.
Period.
Okay? And I'm
Oh,
taking care of my sisters and my children. I'm not out there fighting for men who refuse to fight for himself. He is the pussy.
I
I just
I wanted
go
to
ahead.
add. I wanted
Mhm.
to add. They also, during the whole powwow. I refuse to call it a march because that's not what it was. But during the whole powwow, they even managed to get in a way to blame black women. They actually
They
one of
just like them, Kyra. They are black men with tits. Okay?
well, you're right. And the thing is, I hope they don't, like you said, they don't want any actual solutions for the issue of BF because they'd rather protect the black male cicada than actually do any solutions to protect black women's lives. It is
Well,
what
So
it
they're
is,
gonna
and they
wait a
showed their
minute.
asses.
So you're gonna tell me that these fools are willing to put it all on the line, even their lives, to protect the black man's ego?
I'm
Hey,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
confused as to why keep going with this then. What are you trying to get out of it? If the goal is not to try to put an end to it, if you won't name the problem, what is the end game for this? What's the end goal? What are you trying to accomplish? You may as well let it go. If you're not gonna put it out there and say it the way that it really is because you're trying to coddle their feelings or you don't want to vilify them or whatever the case may be, which is still protection, by the way. So when we call them mammies, this is why, because you would rather protect them versus protecting women who look like you, that's mammy fucking behavior, sis. And you mad at us for saying what it really the fuck is. Because you're not trying to protect Black women. You're trying to protect them and their image and their reputation, which is more important to you than the amount of bodies that keeps dropping. So that's mammy behavior. I'm just trying to figure out why even continue on with this shit then. If the goal is not to put that out there, the truth, to
Let
try to
me
help
tell
up.
you why. Let me tell you why. They told you a long time ago. Branding. I know that sounds evil as fuck to build a brand on Black women's skulls, but that's exactly what it is. Building a house on top of Black women's pulseless, breathless bodies. They called it a brand out of their own dick liquor. They said it was a brand. You talking about I'm unhinged. I'm not trying to build nothing on the bodies of Black women. Okay, how are you
Okay,
any different than a pimp?
thank you.
Well, well,
Thank you.
I would say also the Aaliyah, the way I see it is they just like to see themselves as like newscasters where they just report the stories, but they don't actually want to prevent the stories from happening. They just want to run their mouths and, like DZ said, have a brand. And low key, just like Ben is trying to shame Black men into doing better.
Sorry, y'all. I'm in a great fucking mood. So excuse me. I'm sorry. Carry on, Kyra. My bad.
Just like Ben is trying to do with her stuff into shaming Black men into doing better and to choosing Black women, I think these folks at BF are trying to shame Black men and to stop unaliving Black women. They don't want any real solutions because that's not going to come from a cicada, and so they're
Well,
trying
I
to
want
shame
to
them.
call it something else. I want to. It wasn't a march. I'm just going to call it an aimless stroll.
Let
That's
me
it.
see what's going on back here. Nikki Mango. Nikki Mango. Are you dusty? Your mic is off, boo. And the question stands. Are you dusty?
Not dusty in the
What do
slightest.
you got on the topic then, non-dusty Black woman?
I'm just a little confused why this is the topic of conversation.
Because
Okay.
because this is her
Wait, wait,
fucking channel and she can
wait,
talk
wait,
about
wait,
whatever.
wait,
No,
wait
no,
a
no.
second.
I'm
Wait,
not. I'm not trying to police what you can say on your channel. It is absolutely your channel. You can say what you want.
this is a topic of conversation because I selected it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That was your question, right?
Well, more so about what you feel it is to be divested.
You know what divestment is. There's 183 videos on this channel. I've been very clear about what divestment is, right? So, what is your actual question, Nikki?
No, that like I'm new to your channel.
That's unfortunate because you want to know why that makes no sense. Instead of doing your research and seeing what the channel is about, you came with your bonnet on to try to ask me a silly question. Divestment,
No, no.
wait a minute, I wasn't done, Miss Mango.
Okay.
Divestment is, okay, putting yourself first, getting away from danger, getting to safety, improving your life, improving your health, and getting away from a community that doesn't give two fucks about you. It's on you, Miss Mango.
I understand that, and I'm
Wait,
100%
wait, wait, but
with you.
you asked me and I answer you and you
I said
trying to
I'm
be
new
a
to your channel.
what about the
I'm not
channel?
new to divestment. I
What
am
about it?
divested already.
Say that again because you sounded like you're far away. Excuse me. Maybe it's my headset. What are you saying now?
I was new to your channel. I'm not new to divestment.
Well,
Okay, well,
you
you
need
know
to do
what
your
divestment is
research.
all about then.
I've
Well, you
done my
know that.
research. I understand.
So
I
you
want
came up
Black women
here.
to
No,
stand with
wait,
us
wait,
and
wait.
stuff.
You want to rewind this shit because you asked me what this channel was about. You asked me about divestment itself. What your definition of divestment is. That's what you said.
This one of
I want
these
to make sure that we were
helmet
on the same
wearing
page.
bitches.
Now,
These one of these helmet wearing bitches. I swear to God,
I'm
you ain't slick. You
Well,
trying to derail the
let her
conversation.
finish, Aaliyah, because what I'm hearing is a very, very slow, maybe IEP history So I'm trying to be kind. What's your next question, Miss Mango?
I promise you, I'm not trying to take away from what you're doing. If
You
you're just,
can't. You can't. I'm
I'm,
gonna tell you why you
I,
can't.
okay,
Because the facts are there. I haven't lied about one thing yet concerning
which
the
I
sex.
understand. I promise
Why in the
you,
fuck? Hey, IEP, don't cut me off when I'm talking. I was quiet when you talked. Okay? I'm gonna say it's on you, Miss Mango, when it's time for you to jump in. Okay? I don't know who you told you was gonna come
all
up
right.
here and check me, but you lied to him. Dead ass. Okay? Don't go there with me. You know exactly what the shit is about. You asked me what the topic was. You know what the topic is. It's about taking care of Black women and how people are failing at doing so and pretending like they're doing so while building a brand on that very topic. That's what the topic is. So I
I'm a
answered your divestment. I
she
answered
got
you.
up here.
I am not trying to check you
Why are you talking so slow?
because you came up here attacking me,
No,
saying that I was
baby.
trying to check you.
Bitch, you came up here. You got it messed up. I was already up here. And then I
Yeah,
kindly let you up here. And then you came up here saying this, like this. And the shit is annoying. I just have to keep it real with you.
First
I'm
thing
trying
she
to say that
said
I am on
was,
your side
"What
in terms
first?"
of what you're saying. I know that the facts are on your side. I know that the stats are on
Absolutely.
your side. I am
Absolutely.
aware of this. Like I said, I am not new to divestment.
Wonderful.
I
Well,
am only
your
saying
first
Let her
question
finish,
was,
Aaliyah. Let her finish real quick
okay.
because I want to hear this shit. Go, bitch.
there's no reason to call me a bitch.
This is my channel. So, bitch, go. Oh, so now you can't talk. See, you only want to
I'm
talk when
just
somebody else is talking. That's weird. You're weird
I don't know why I need to be called a bitch.
because
That's
that's what
all I'm
I
confused
called
about.
you. I don't know why you have to come up here and pretend like you're confused about divestment when there's 100 plus 180 plus videos up here. So we all got our hangups, right?
All right. It just sounds to me like if the facts are out there, you can present the facts and they speak for themselves. Why the extra step of trying to shame the mammies who are not going to get the message anyway? Why the extra step of trying to, like, you're not going to save everybody?
I'm not trying to. And why the extra step? Because that's what I feel like doing.
All right. You
So
do
you
you.
name a channel, Miss Mango, and you go do it how you think I should be doing it. And I'll
All
subscribe to that
right.
shit. All right.
Okay. You have a good
Bye.
night.
Absolutely. Always.
This is Sparta!
Anyway, let's see what the fuck. Oh, Mistress Rogue is in the back. I didn't see you. Bring her up. And then hold up one second, Mistress Rogue. Um, 365 wins. Are you ashy?
Not at all. May I go?
I'm listening.
Yes, ma'am. So I wanted to jump in on the topic and say you made a point earlier on of the accusations are that you're getting in the way of divestment or true unity and X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. If I may speak on your behalf, it's my understanding your goal is to eradicate the need for divestment. You would like for your role to be eradicated completely once we were able to level set with other women of other ethnicities who are on their shit in most ways. It's my understanding that that's the goal for all of us here. So why would you do anything to get in the way of your own mission to make your role not be needed anymore? So it's just no logic there. I'm preaching to the choir. I understand.
My God.
One other point I want to jump off because I try to make mine as short and sweet as possible. And I think we needed a bit of balance after the last person sort of, yeah.
It's not on you to balance what's going on up here. It's not.
Understood.
It's
Understood.
not. You
What's
trying to get in your shots real quick and then haul the fuck ass. That's what you're trying to do.
Yes, my nerves are pretty bad.
Why did you come up here then, ma'am?
Because I love you and I push through it. It's my challenge to myself to speak, and it helps me later to feel like I was heard.
Okay,
So,
well, try to put it in a bow, right? And put all of your
yep,
ideas into like
yep, I'm
something.
finishing.
Hold up a second. That's understandable, right? That the crowd can understand, that the panel can understand. Okay,
Cool.
what's your
Uh,
point?
the church ceremony that you had last time was wonderful, and I just wanted to throw in a request for an announcement section next time. I thought that'd be cool, but that was a really fun and creative live. Anyhow, thanks. That was all.
Thank you. 365 wins. No need to be nervous when you come up here. When you come up here, I'm not talking to you now. This is for everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Just
going
say
on
it
mute.
with your, okay, just say it with your chest. If you got the balls to try and challenge facts and divestment, just make sure you have a consistent point, that you stick with it, that you don't chase your ass like a confused dog, changing to this, 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 and then not making any points. Miss Mango, that's what you don't be. Don't be Miss Mango. All right. Hey, Mrs. Rogue, sorry about that. On you.
Hi, ladies. How you doing?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna try to keep this as PG as I can outside of Discord. I do not understand why all these bitches are coming at us when this abject travesty failure of a tiptoe, shout out to Mocha for that one, because I was calling it a Mammy Fat Camp March,
Oops.
was going on this weekend. What the entire fuck was that debacle? For me, it is the great hubris of it all. Can you seriously? This bitch literally got $37,000. I'm going to be generous and just say 37K. And then had the unmitigated gall to throw that special ed fucking tiptoe. What the fuck was that? I have never been more livid in my entire Black divested life. It is the sheer audacity of these bitches. And then they want to get up there and post, they said the march didn't happen. Bitch, it didn't. You
It
bitches get
sure didn't.
aerobics. What the fuck was that? Where's that money? Because I'm the type of bitch that want to do something. What the
I
fuck?
mean, you going to fucking and see, that's where I was headed. And see, I have to pull myself back sometime because shit like that just pisses me the fuck off when you come up here and you try to play fucking clueless. Don't get up here and start playing dumb, bitch, because the first thing out your mouth when you get on this panel is go, why are we talking about this? Bitch, you don't get to decide what the fuck we talk about over here. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Y'all,
Who
it's
the hell do you think
deflection.
you are?
It's
See, so
deflection. It's literally deflection. Get off of topics that's gonna expose our black asses, expose our community. Why aren't you talking about nail polish? Why ain't you talking, because bitch, the women that's been killed this year, they were wearing nail polish. Nobody gave a fuck what color their nail polish was. That part.
see, it's that it's that fake shit for me. My blood pressure jumped to 10,000 real quick when you come up here with that dumb shit. It's like, you are not, who the fuck are you to tell us what you think we should be talking about or what you think the topic should be, and then say I'm not trying to police the topic. No, that's exactly what you were doing.
That sure the fuck is. What makes me so angry, makes me so irate, is that if anybody who wants to take up the mantle of Black BF now is going to have so much fucking trouble getting backing, because one, she's been, her activities, in my opinion, allegedly, they appear felonious topically, at least to me, because no one has told me where the fuck that money went. Number two, you made such a debacle of this. You invited our greatest existential threats to march with us. Who the fuck marches next to their executioners? I have never seen the descendants of the Jews march with Adolf Hitler. Who the fuck would do that? On what planet is that even seen? Like, what the fuck is going on with these bitches? And then the other mammy bitch with them teeth that look like somebody.
Mistress. Unlike black women, the small hat women, they have protection, so you might want to get up off of them.
Oh, mea culpa. I'm so sorry about that. My issue is, and then you want me to fight a grown ass man like who's not unaliving us every 4.8 hours? Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? This is not the WWE. I am not a fighter. I am a shooter, okay? I am a delicate flower with a gun, a sidearm. That's not what I do here. You guys are just cowardly. No. Why the fuck would we go anywhere that was a complete cacophony of fuckery? You bitches didn't do that for anything other than to save face and hide the fact that you probably spent that 37K on something that was not meant to be spent on. And then what makes me even madder is the fact that the bitch that we don't read our history every week, do we not get up here and DZ or one of you ladies or when I come up or anybody, do we not spit historical facts that you bitches, for whatever reason, you be cloud watching, you should be taking fucking notes. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all.
The thing of it is, I've been waiting for the bitches to prove us wrong, yet they have not been able to prove us wrong or said that we lied about anything that we've said so far, because no lies have been told, just like no lies have been detected. These bitches know we're telling the truth. It's just easier to fight us on it because it's all about black men. That's what everything always goes back to, the black man. And that shit is fucking pathetic because they don't care about them like that.
And why did they show up looking like that? Like, what the fuck was going on with everybody's wigs? Did they wash them in the washing machine and put them in the dryer and then just throw them on and go out the door? They looked a fucking mess. What was that?
No, they look like they put something together very, very quickly to be able to say, see, they said that a march wasn't going to happen and it happened. You know what it's like when you running late and your ass got to get somewhere in 10 minutes. You got the toothbrush in the car with your motherfucking ass. You putting everything on all at once at the red light type shit. That's what that was. That's why it looked like that.
Mistress, they were wigs from Party City. You're acting like these are real wigs from Mei store. They were from Party City. and you know they spent that money on. Did you, Mistress Rogue? You saw the chick, you know, with the jeans that were so tight they looked like they were spray painted on. So here's what I think some of the money went to: a BBL, Red Lobster, and Shitlogs. Because, you know, for them, Red Lobster is eating good.
Oh, that's fine dining to bitches like that. I just don't understand. Like, there was attention there. Kyra, you even posted an article and like a news story from NBC where they were getting attention for Black femicide and Southeast Asian Pacific Islander femicide. There is attention to be had there. And then the sheer audacity to say, well, I turned down the United Nations. Do you know how far they could have propelled the femicide movement? Do you know that?
But
That's what Kyra was just saying. That's not their goal, though. I think we have established that's not the overall goal, because it makes no sense to get all these other organizations involved if you're not going to see it all the way through. That's why I say it's really no point in moving forward with this. If you're not going to get up there and make it known that Black men are the damn problem, what is the point of going? Because you can't tell us we're just falling dead every 5.5 hours and nobody's doing it to us, so we're just dying of natural causes. Is that what the fuck? So why the fuck are you marching then if you're not going to tell us who the fuck the problem is? Or you're going to claim we got all these allies, but we don't have anything to show for it. So why would this be considered a public health emergency? See, what they're saying they're branding it, but you're not branding it very well.
But Aaliyah is absolutely correct. Of course she turned down the UN. Of course she turned down these other organizations because they don't actually want solutions. Remember, Mistress Rogue, any solution you could come up for BF is going to inadvertently hem up the Black male, and they don't want that. They'd rather protect the Black male and just talk pussyfoot around it. And remember also, if you work with the UN or another organization, you're going to be accountable. Like, we aren't going to just be, you know, collecting money on GoFundMe and running our mouths and talking about everything else except what the cause of the issue is. And they didn't want that accountability either.
Check this out, ladies. Okay. Not only is Black women's bodies dropping an issue, Black women got a ton of issues, and they're all surrounded around the nigger. Y'all fixing to have some issues. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our screen real quick. Listen to what I'm telling you. Okay, I told y'all fall is coming. Now, the fall is going to be very interesting. Like we said this shit in the spring, and now it's unfolding. We're headed to Labor Day, y'all. Fall is coming. It says more than 20 million Americans are behind on their utility bills. Stop for a second. Now, you see the woman that wrote this. You see what she looks like. You see what's happening. I think that putting yourself in an area, I'm trying to say this nice, where you're having to attach yourself to Black men, this fall is going to be a nightmare for you. This woman right here, if she's behind on her electric bill, the one who has her picture on her article on USA Today, she's going to go to her men for bill money. On the flip side, your Black ass going to have to take yourself to her men for your bill money. This is the shit I'm talking about. I don't want to hear any of your listen, they fought to include Black men in a march, and here we go. A lot of folks are behind on their fucking electric bill. You're going to have to go to those same men that you tried to get shit done with, but you wanted to include Black men, so it was a failure. Where is your coverage? Where you and Tyrone are going to have a candlelit dinner every night coming out of a fucking can. Keep playing like fat meat ain't greasy, and it's going to get your ass. We're quickly approaching the holidays. This right here is going to be a mess, y'all. They're having more flash mobs. Look, if you want to keep the shit going, be my guest. Ladies, I'm telling you, I told y'all a few weeks ago, if you got mammies in your life and you call yourself close with them, they're going to be experiencing some difficulties where they're going to want you to step in. I told you to moonwalk quickly away from these people. Stop calling them so much. Stop texting them so much. Quit having conversations with them. Slowly cut their ass off so that y'all will be done in the fall, because there's going to be a guilt trip attached to bitches that you know that's hooked on to these niggas that can't pay their light bill. They're going to put your kids in their face. They're going to tell you how long y'all been friends. I was there for you when you had a breakup. Blah, 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 fucking blah. It's coming, ladies. And Kyra, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, love, you can never cut me off, DZ. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to remind ladies, we've talked about this before, but as things are getting tighter, do not let your friends or your relatives receive mail at your address.
Period.
And do not let them stay in any of your properties for more than 30 days, because then they can, I say this because then they can say that they're a tenant, and then you'll be in a real fucked up situation. Keep them out. And like DZ said, they're going to try to guilt you with their kids. But you know, DZ, this is the opportunity that the mammies have been wanting. They've been saying that, you know, it's the white man that's been holding Tyrone back from doing what he's supposed to do as a man. So now they can rely on Tyrone to get all their needs met. This is the opportunity for Tyrone to finally step up and to provide and problem solve and organize for the Black women and children.
Well, you know, the article goes on to say that the light companies, the electric companies, are going to be more aggressive this fall in cutting your shit off. You're not going to be able to tweet them. You're not going to be able to protest the shit. If you are behind, these electric companies are going to cut you the fuck off. You and your neighbor are fixing to have so many romantic dinners by candlelight. It's going to be unfucking real. It's going to be unprecedented. You are so fucking pathetic that you probably would think it's very, very romantic. And he's stepping up every time you walk through the door. He got candles lit. Bitch, there are no lights. Okay? Half of y'all got these, because y'all have them with these raggedy ass niggas. Kids that's on vaporizers and they having to sleep on machines and got these asthma pumps that's all electric. This shit is going to be amazing to see. A lot of these women are going to get them kids snatched the fuck up out of their house by the state. It just is what it is. Because all of those moratoriums are slowly coming to an end. You better get your circle tight. You better get somebody in your phone that's amazing. And 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to be no motherfucking nigga. You leave it up to me. Honestly, I'm going to say 10 times out of 10. But you got to tread a little lightly because these bitches are dizzy as fuck.
DZ.
Yes.
DZ. I'm gonna disagree with you here. Tyrone's not gonna be in there with her. He's either going to do something to get put in jail so he can have utilities, 3 hots in the cot, or he's gonna be at his other bitch's house who has the electricity.
Y'all watch this shit, y'all. When stuff gets tight, Black men get violent. When they get hungry, when they feel like they losing, and guess who their victims normally are? Watch the DV rate this fall. It's going to be astronomical.
It's like, it's also, we're experiencing not only the recession and this being an issue, there's also a rental crisis. And I think the thing is, they try to call us crazy and unhinged, but clearly these bitches are slow. That's why I said they got to be wearing helmets. You're not connecting any fucking dots around here, because this is what happens when your men don't build anything for you or your community. There's not one set of apartment buildings with a Black-owned landlord that can afford to house low-income individuals until they get back on their feet. So you essentially end up having to go back to the same racist system and white man that you hate so much, expecting him to show you mercy. And let's just keep it 100. Your men have not been coming up with a plan for the women and children of this community. They were online talking about wigs, weave, lashes, makeup, and submission like they've been doing. They weren't discussing how they were going to shelter and feed the women and children in case of an emergency. They took the entire 2-year pandemic as an opportunity to start all types of podcasts and talk about how much they hate you and how much other groups of women are better than you. They want to talk about your attitudes, your undesirability, your obesity rates, and now they're talking about getting passports to dip on your asses. They
Check it out
spent
too
all
now.
that time.
I
Mhm.
want y'all to look. Okay, y'all see that article? I want you to take a look above where it says the race gap is widening. That means yo niggas is getting poorer, baby. While you speak, they telling you they finna cut off your lights, and also right above, if you have a keen eye, you see that they are getting broker and broker by the day. You better take that motherfucking hitch off of these niggas back. They're not going to help you. And I have to be honest with you, I'm gonna laugh my ass off at you and your children. See, that's why they like to say I don't give a fuck about black women. No, baby, I give a fuck. I give several fucks about black women. That's why I tell them the shit that I do. Preemptive, right? You have to prepare because you already know you have the gift of foresight. You already know what they're going to do because of what they've always been doing. So why won't you back the fuck up? That's my question.
There has been no upward mobility in this community since the fucking civil rights, well, in their community since the fucking civil rights movements. And as they have already projected, 2050 is the magic year where there will be no fucking wealth in the community. So why the fuck are y'all still fucking men who don't provide anything, who don't protect you from nothing, who go to jail and have bussy parties with other motherfucking nates?
Girl, you got motherfuckers ending their podcast talking about, yeah, I talk about they Physicality, but I'm still gonna fuck them. Eat the sandwich, ass bitches.
I mean, yeah, that's why I say it's all interconnected and they haven't been able to connect the dots yet. This is what their men have been wasting their time doing. They spent all this time using the internet, not talking about business or anything that was constructive that could help them. They weren't on here trying to come up with a plan. They weren't focused on anything other than bashing you. That's all they have taken this time to do. And now y'all see the shit is about to hit the fan. All these evictions are happening. You can't pay any of your utility bills. Y'all
Act like you
really
know.
about
Act
to
like
be
you
up
know.
shit creek.
Act like you know. You thought I forgot? Act like you know. You see it. Look at the screen. 3.8 million renters will likely be evicted in the next 2 months. Baby girls, who you think finna be the face of that? Who do you think is getting ready to be the face of that? You're the face of everything. Everything horrible. Not only are you going to be the face of it, a lot of times you volunteer for it, you stupid motherfucking you.
Can I ask, where are these unicorns? Where are all these unicorns? Like Aaliyah, DZ, we're supposed to be in the land of the unicorns. You know, ATL.
Hmm.
Remind me when the pandemonium hit. Did any of those black fraternities come together and organize a food bank to feed hungry black children? Did they come together to organize internet access for black children without internet and computers so they can continue their education?
They're
Did
not
the
going to. They're not going to. They never have. Not once in history have they ever done that.
I mean, not just the black fraternities. When it comes to the ATL, it's rappers and celebrities galore here. There is no reason anybody should have gone without anything. It's way too many celebrities here. All these rappers got all this money. Y'all want to shoot all your videos here. Y'all want to constantly put it in all your rap music, and y'all want to have all these studios here where you disturbing whole goddamn neighborhoods. And y'all got all the politicians in y'all back pocket and all this shit. But when it really comes down to it, this is what's going on with the regular people. That's why I say, when you really get out here and they want to talk about that grassroots shit, but these motherfuckers can't be paying attention to what the fuck is going on at the grassroots level because you're too busy sitting up talking about black men and they oppressed, and you talking about fucking and scratching itches and aborting babies, and if you get pregnant and eating sandwiches and all this other bullshit that don't mean a goddamn thing to one of the poorest demographics in this country. You don't need to worry about all that other bullshit. You black women better get your head in the game and start focusing on yourselves and your children, the ones that you already have, or these sorry ass men y'all keep worrying about so much will drag you right the fuck down with them on this goddamn Titanic. It's already a sinking ship. Get the fuck off of it.
Okay.
Oh, can I also ask, are these black male-led churches going to help you? Because you see, when we say hashtag all, part of the reason is these so-called good black males, they don't do a damn thing. They do absolutely nothing. They're not good.
Hold on to that thought, Kyra, because I got something for that right there. Somebody was getting ready to say something. Y'all gonna get
No, it
about
was
the
me.
church. Go ahead.
Yep. I just wanted to say, to Kyra, these mammy bitches that talk about unicorns are the same bitches who think you can find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, not realizing that a rainbow is a perfect fucking circle. So I don't want to take advice from any group of bitches that have been walking in circles looking for gold.
Well, goddamn well. Let me stop sharing my screen. Speaking of church, stop. Let's go. Y'all can jump in there if you want to, because this fixing to get real jiggy. Let's tie it up in a bow.
I just don't get what the fuck they're waiting for. We already see the outcome. You have to be blinder than Stevie Wonder and dumb as Helen Keller to not see this shit coming. I'm not understanding what the fuck these women are waiting for. Your men have proven for nigh a millennia that they're not gonna fucking take care of you. And then you got bitches on here, well, I still fuck them because, well, it's like eating a sandwich. No, bitch, it's like catching a package. Do you not see the rate of the STI rate? Are you not seeing the homicide rate? Are you not seeing that being attached to them is to be attached to perpetual poverty? I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm going too hard tonight. Like, this should be upsetting my spirit. Like, on God. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what the answer is.
Oh, trust me, I understand the frustration. I do. It's very easy to get frustrated because you trying to help these dumb bitches. You're trying to help them. And see, for some reason, they are determined to make us the enemies. That's why, to the point that, well, my only issue with any of this is that the scary part is knowing that desperate people do desperate shit. And when all these people get hungry and they don't have anywhere to go, and when shit really gets real, Black women have no protection outside of what we do for ourselves. And that's why we've been saying since day one, get ready and stay ready. We've been talking about this for months. Get your protection and do not hesitate to take somebody out if you have to. Because when all this shit hits the fan and you got all these people walking around here desperate and they don't have, where the fuck you think they going? Where you think they gonna try to get it from? They're gonna be trying to run up in your shit and take your shit because they hungry or because they outside. And it's like, no, it's a lot of shit. Black women better start paying attention. Stop thinking with your pussy. Get your head out your panties. Fuck all this dumb shit a lot of these dumb bitches talking. And pay the fuck attention to what's going on around you. Because you think this shit won't be coming to a neighborhood near you. But when they evict over 200 people at August the 31st, which is tomorrow, where in the fuck you think 200 people finna go? Where in the fuck y'all think that? So you can pretend like, oh, that don't affect me. But they're talking about almost 4 million people being evicted over the next 2 months. Almost 4 million. Okay?
Y'all
So you can think.
Y'all been to the gun range yet? You got
2
your
times a week.
Every week.
Okay. Y'all got y'all permits ready to go? Because you're gonna
I
need
live in
it.
a state where I don't need one. So
Okay.
I
Got constitutional carry in my state, but I do have my permit.
Well, let's go, goddammit. Speaking of the church, you know, the Dusties have read y'all a long time ago. They already know that you so-called spiritual or some bullshit like that. And anytime there's a black man speaking with a cadence, saying God loves you, put it all on Jesus, Lord. When they do that shit, they already know you're not feeling spiritual, you're feeling horny. They know. Well, here's the deal. Whenever I tell y'all, stop holding conversations with black men, it seems a little petty, right? Some people even say it's not doable, right? You better learn. Let's hear about the small talk here.
Now to a news alert out of Dunwoody.
Yeah, police there are on the hunt for a man wanted for several rapes. Good day's Lindsay Tooman is live.
What? Are you kidding me? I wonder what this man looks like, and I wonder how he was able to get a hold of these women. Let's see.
Outside Dunwoody Police Headquarters. Lindsay, good morning to you. And investigators say the man has been spotted in several areas.
Yes, Buck, a very disturbing story. Police here in Dunwoody searching for Marco Johnson. They say he's wanted on several warrants, and here in Dunwoody as well as DeKalb County for multiple charges, including rape. So according to investigators, Johnson is typically seen in the Chambly area, Doraville, Dunwoody. Police say he drives up to women who are walking or waiting at a bus stop, and he starts to talk to them.
Did you hear what that bitch said? She said he'd take his ugly ass to his car, look for some black woman in need, not to help her, right? He's just holding conversation with her. That's how all you become victims, holding frivolous conversation with these dusty motherfuckers. They don't have anything for you but death and destruction. There is no small talk with them. What does their life consist of? Victimization, them playing victim, and trying to get over on somebody. I mean, just listen to their music. That's all they do. Don't forget about sex. Let's not forget about that. It gets worse. Let's go.
He reportedly claims he's a priest of the EFY religion and a spirit.
There it is. Broke black woman in desperate need, black man, and he's in the church. Oh, that's a done deal right there. That's a whole done data. It's a whole done data. Let's finish it up.
Leader. Once he gains their trust, investigators say he offers women a ride and brings them back to an apartment in Dunwoody where he beats and sexually assaults them. Now, police say this is a 46-year-old man with short black hair, brown eyes. He's around 5'7", 170 pounds. He was last seen with a beard. He also is known to be driving a black Toyota Camry with the license plate CCQ 3983. Now, police have not given any details on just how many women they say Johnson has attacked or how seriously they were injured, but they are asking anyone with any information on his whereabouts to please contact them. You can also do that anonymously on the Dunwoody Police Department website.
Look at how easy that was. Ladies, look at how easy that was. They already know where you're coming from. You got your stupid ass on the internet talking about black men are victims, and you got your ass in these pews of these black churches. And it doesn't have to be a Christian church. You over there, following all types of religions. Hell, you got some people that even follow atheism with black men. I said what I said. They know that you're looking for leadership. They know that you want your kids to have a goddamn daddy, no matter who he is. They know that you're loyal. They know that you want to be in relationships. They know how desperate you are because you're leaking out here. Well, that's a perfect setup for a predatory ass nigger, period. You have to stop giving them your time. Nobody's trying to cock block and none of that shit. It's about safety. All of this shit started with simple conversation. Y'all, they don't even know how many victims this man has. I'm not aware whether they called him or not, but at the time of that broadcast, they were looking for him. That means he's still out there trying to hold conversations with bitches like, I ain't gonna say no names, holding conversations with bitches that's willing to have conversations with him. I even have women fighting me over that shit. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes that we work with them. Sometimes we got to, yes, you can. If the shit is not around other people and it has nothing to do with your job, your bag, there is no reason to be talking to them for any reason. The eye contact got to stop. Your head need to be on a swivel. Y'all don't care about your safety at all. Do you not? I hope they know. Anybody got any updates on this wretched looking motherfucker?
I don't have an update, but you want to bet some real money, DZ, that he's hiding out at some black woman's house,
Absolutely.
Yeah, a mammy mother, a girlfriend, yeah. Some black woman's giving him cover.
Absolutely.
May I say something?
Absolutely.
How the fuck do black women justify supporting organizations such as the Black Church that make $250 million a week, $500 million a month, $1 billion a month? That's $12 billion annually, or $12.6 billion at last count. And yet there's nothing in their neighborhoods or in that community that actually fucking reflects where that $12.6 billion go. I'm sorry, but as someone who works with numbers, the math ain't math in there, and I need a motherfucking explanation.
Girl,
I agree. And Moko actually brought that to my attention too when she spoke on that on one of her live streams, how much money the black churches get, and they have not built not one hospital. They have not built one school. They have not built any fucking thing. But they get all of this money from the black community. That's why I say we have been getting played, man, for a very long fucking time. A very long time. And they can't pretend like the money is not there. The money is there. You keep giving it to a whole bunch of fucking charlatans. That's the problem, because you're looking for a savior. If somebody comes along, they could be a complete and total fraud. You don't give a fuck about none of that. As long as they speak a certain way and they got the gift for gab, they can talk you out of all your money. Just like these men can talk you out your drawers and out of every damn thing else, and you just give up the pussy with nothing in return. They can talk you right out of your wallets the same way. Just a whole bunch. Then they turn around and say, we're poor. We don't got this. We ain't got that. We're just so oppressed. Look at where all your money went.
Very interesting. Listen, they've assessed you. Black men have assessed you. They've done a head-to-toe assessment. This is why they still tell you that you're not worth the fuck, because they know you're not going anywhere even after he says that to you. I can show you as many newscasts as you need, but guess what? If you stuck on stupid with these black men, it ain't gonna do nothing, because you want some not all shit. Here's that shit again. Okay, ladies, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't even know if this man has gotten caught. Y'all don't remember all the women that was following Nature Boy? All you have to do is talk and be a black man. Okay. And I don't know what a fine black man is, but a lot of people say Nature Boy is nice looking. I don't see it, but that's all they have to do. That looks like the felonious, where they can't get jobs. The internet has become a place where they can still make money off of black women, because they so desperately want a black man to be a stand-up guy, to be somebody that's going to save the community, or be at least a good representation of the community. It's not going to happen. I can promise you that shit.
What gets me is that, like, there's this mammy where I work. I'm not going to say too much about her, but she loves to brag about her goddamn pastor. Oh, I was like, and I just got annoyed. I was like, so he's a good shepherd. Yes. I was like, well, what makes him a good shepherd? Well, he preaches the word. I was like, I can give you the word here and now if you're so inclined to hear it from me. What makes him a good shepherd? Because the way you describe it, his church, a mega church, is located in the most socioeconomically disadvantaged part of the state where we live. And yet he's pulling up in a goddamn Bentley. He's not a good shepherd. His flock is fucking starving. How are they not putting two and two together? It is nothing more than a giant fucking pyramid scheme. Black women, hear me now. No one's gonna fucking save us. You have to save yourself. You have to do the work. You have to take your ass to the gun range. You have to get your children out of poverty. You have to stop fucking with these nates. That's it. That's your savior right there. Save yourself. If you're gonna put on a cape for anybody, put that motherfucker on for you and run towards safety. You don't have to fight any of these motherfuckers. You don't owe them to fight for them. Let them perish. They love living in the dregs of society. That's been the whole of their identity for the entirety of the time they've been on this motherfucker. What is the point of any of this shit?
They don't want to
stand there and watch.
We're unhinged. We're the unhinged ones, though.
I will stand right there with my pulse not reaching over 70 beats a minute and watch one of these niggas starve to death while taking a sip of my shit, taking a bite off of my food. It won't bother me in one way or another, because I know where he came from and nobody did anything about it. Ladies, in that community, Blackistan, they have men there that drop the ball big time. When I tell you, when you have complaints about what other women get, what other races of women get, they got that from the men of their community, right? Your men drop the ball. Complaining to these other women about you not being treated correctly, that's not going to help, okay? You have to think about it. If you had the prestige and the provisions that you were supposed to have, and a woman from another race came and was trying to get on you and this man about how nobody's giving her some shit, darling, you would have a meltdown, literally. So you need to quit coming after these other races of women, talking about if that was a white girl, they would have did all of that. Absolutely not. I was listening to a podcast. Now y'all check this shit out. They brought up that police officer in that school. Do y'all remember where the little black girl, she was a teenager, she was sitting in the seat, and the police officer told her to get up because she was in trouble. She was being escorted out of class. Well, she didn't get up, and he mollywopped her ass, right?
I remember that.
Y'all remember that? And all I kept hearing is, If that was a white girl, it wouldn't have happened. Well, you're right, because that group of men take care of the women in their community. You're essentially asking somebody to treat you exactly like they treat the women in their community. The reason you're doing that is because you don't have the nuts or the wherewithal to turn to the men in your community and tell them, why the fuck don't I get treated like that? You won't hold them to task. They're not going to accept any accountability. So I don't suggest you do that shit. You need to get the fuck away from that community. When white women go to courts and all this extra shit, and it appears that they get treated with some decency, that's her men's court. That's why. Let's talk about it. That's why. So what you're saying is true, but the reason it's happening, you don't want to talk about that part. You'll talk about the differences, but you won't talk about why it's happening. The black male was supposed to build a system around you where you were preferred, where you got treated nice in courts, where you get treated nice by police officers. We just had a fucking video where a black woman came across a black cop and he did her the same fucking way that somebody from another tribe, quote unquote, would do. You're not preferential to your own men, and you won't start there and divest from that community so you can get some shit popping for yourself, because they're not going to do it for you. They're not.
DZ, may I add to that, please?
Yes.
I remember that incident you're talking about, and let's also remember that the black boys in that school were saying that that cop was right. So not only did they not build you anything, but they cheerlead and kiki when other people hurt you.
They get off when they see you in pain. Honestly, Kyra, you're absolutely right. When black men see you hurt, sad, depressed, all that shit, that builds that they love that shit. It's damn near orgasmic and euphoric to them when they see you fucked up in the game.
Yes, they are sadists. That's why I said they spent this entire time. They didn't come together to try to come up with a plan for the women and children. They were sitting up doing podcasts, dragging the fuck out of black women. That's what they spent the last couple years doing. That's what they was doing it long before then. But I'm just saying, when C-19 hit, that was not a concern of theirs, how they were going to come together and take care of the women and children. You were on your own.
Still are. We've been on our own. And I wanted to also add, like, because black males have not built anything, essentially the black community is the beggars of society.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it. Do you have more respect for the bum on the street or a productive worker moving about in society?
Period.
1,000%, Kara.
That's what happened. The black male, because of his failures, because of his laziness, he's turned the black community to beggars, and it is what it is. But you want to keep, as DZ says, keep sucking the dick of the losers.
Period.
And then complain about losing, but you do nothing to change your circumstance. If I don't like the statistics of something that surrounds what I do, I work my ass off to change the stats. Why is that so hard for them? Why is there always an excuse for these motherfuckers?
Well, to be honest with you, black men normally stay in some woman's house, his mama, his sister, or whatever. And having access to him all day long, I honestly believe a lot of these mammies don't want to see them get out and work because they don't have them there to have sex on demand, there to have that toxic ass argument. Y'all see on TikTok, some of them black girls be like, they like a toxic relationship. Have y'all seen that? I've seen it several times.
Yeah, I have. And it's done. Yeah.
DZ,
go ahead, boo.
Sorry. You remember that YouTuber, that Cicada, that has all those sex dolls, and his mama actually sat up and said he likes that she likes that he has sex dolls because he always has time for her instead of going with a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I definitely missed that. When was that, Kira?
This video I saw from about a year ago. I'll show it to you in Discord.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah,
What the fuck kind of Norman Bates shit is that?
The black community is a lot more toxic than people give it credit for, especially black women. They turn a blind eye to all of that shit. Snapple Apple, I'm sorry, boo. I know you up here and I ain't even said nothing to you. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I was patiently waiting. I was like, should I jump in or should I wait? I don't know the rules.
What's up, girl? You got the mic.
Okay, well, I wanted to add, first of all, I think divestment is the only solution. As far as the BS situation, the outside aerobics class that took place on Saturday, I feel like that was just, trauma bonding or whatever it was. if you want a solution and you want to be safe and you want to live a good life, you need to divest. And I feel like these lives that you do, DZ, have way more impact than that shit they did on Saturday. And that whole little organization, that whole display on Saturday was a good foreshadowing for what you're talking about as far as what's to come with the evictions and the winters and everything, because
it's coming, boo.
us out. They kicked us out of the so-called march. They wanted to separate themselves from us.
They didn't tell y'all that part, did they? That organization blocked a lot of divestors, okay? And then turned around and said that nobody was supporting them. This is what they do, y'all.
And they blocked us for apes. They blocked us for apes, and they said, since we don't want to align ourselves with them, and we don't want to put ourselves in danger and stand beside the thing that's causing the femicide, then we can't come. We can't be involved. We don't want to be a part of. They were like, no, we don't mess with them. We don't mess with divestors. So guess what? We stayed the fuck home. And guess what? The apes that they sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. The people, I'm sorry, the people that they pushed us aside for that aerobics class didn't even come. And that's what's going to happen when the evictions come and everything else. These idiots that are putting their stock into these, like, I don't understand. Why would you even consider that they would be helpful in any way? But that's what you did. So that's all I wanted to say. That was some really great foreshadowing.
I just wanted to add to that. Yes, they did shun us. They all did. It wasn't just BF. If we're really going to keep it 100, that's why it pisses me off when they had a balls to go back to their channel and then repeat what we say verbatim. Shit you stole off of this panel, and it's painfully obvious that's where you got it from, and you try to wrap it in BWE when all you bitches claim you didn't want nothing to do with us whatsoever. So you have no business trying to take nothing that we got going on over here back to your channels. Everybody wanted to distance themselves from us. We're crazy, we're unhinged, we're radical, we're extremists, all because of the fucking maker. That's what it all comes down to, because we're not going along with that. And just because we will not say, well, if we just said, well, some, not all, or the majority, not all, it's just we got to leave that one little window cracked to say that, hey, it just may be one of them that's just a little okay with me. But because we won't do that, this is where this is where we ended up. Nobody had a problem with divestment before we started saying no niggas allowed, period. Nobody had a problem with us before we drew that line in the sand.
Let me go in real quick. Look, inbox me light-skinned Empress your Cash App. You clearly need some money. Listen, my email is divestedzealot@gmail.com. I'm going to give you your $2 back and some. So inbox me your shit so that you can go find somebody to play with. Go play with your baby daddy. Go play with some hotep or wherever you got that nonsense you just put up. I need you to listen. Them light bills is fixing to be due, boo. Don't come in here trolling with that shit. You're going to have to pay your light bill. Don't you want to stay warm this fall? Okay? Just inbox me. Label it. Put in the subject line. You got some background noise, Mistress Rowe. Put in the subject line your name, so that I can get you. Let me buy you dinner tonight, you weird bitch. Listen, and make sure it's not processed. Okay. Ann K, are you dusty? Ann K. Ann K, I'm getting ready to remove you in 3.
That's
2,
okay. Yeah, you can take me.
1. All right. It is what it is. Oh, I got some more light-skinned stuff back here. Light-skinned, I think it says Barbara or some damn body. Are you dusty? All right, let's remove her too. You know what? Y'all waited a long time back there. And light-skinned y'all waited a long time to not even, I mean, y'all been patient. How long I've been up here? About an hour and 30 minutes for at least 40 minutes of that. Y'all waited patiently. That's some dedicated trolling. Let me help you out real quick though.
DZ, may I say something?
Yes.
I think one of the greatest afflictions that a lot of these stupid ass mammies face is they cannot divorce the reality that the way they experience the men around, the black men around them, is not the same experience for other women. The same way you all don't experience this aspect of my personality, everybody doesn't get this version of me. So that may account for why they're still holding out hope. But here's the thing, he may not have been shitty to you, but he has been shitty in every other way to every other person on the planet. So what the fuck are you holding on to? I just don't get it.
Child, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know what to say about mammies at this point. I know you better get your ass away from them quickly. Quickly. Anybody, they don't, like I said, it's a spectrum to mammying. Just listen to your friend, right? If she's a mammy, she gonna tell you the mask does not go, it's not permanent. When she's feeling passionate or she's pissed off about something, maybe if she's tipsy off a little bit of wine, let her talk. Let her talk. You're going to hear how she really feel about what's going on in the black community. And I think a small percentage of these black women, they really like the toxicity. They really do. I don't think they wanted to change. I think they're comfortable with it. They know that's how these men are, so they want to stay in that. Let me show y'all something real quick. Make sure I don't play the wrong one, because they like this toxicity. Hold up. Here we go.
I wish that I could take a journey through your mind, alright, and find emotions that you always try to hide. I do believe that there's a love you wanna share.
This is black women. So like old girl Mango came up here and said that I can't save everybody. I'm not trying to save a motherfucker. I'm trying to get you to save yourself. If you didn't understand what went on in that video, she said she had to whoop his ass a couple times because he was cheating on her and all this extra shit. Once she beat his ass, right? He's all hers. They finally had a wedding. This is the type of shit that they're used to. And a lot of them don't want them to change at all. They like this nasty ass shit. They like this toxic, violent ass shit. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Let me come up out of this. Because this, not Discord. StreamYards don't like what the fuck I just did.
And I feel like that whole thing was disingenuous coming from that person anyway. Talking about you can't save everybody. My thing is, I don't believe for 1 second she didn't know what this channel was about. You've been watching the content. You've been here, even if it was just from the clouds. I hate. That's why I said that fake ass. I'm so clueless shit that just gets on my. It just grates my damn nerve.
She like, one of them bitches that like that kind of shit. They like that kind of shit. If things were to change, make no mistake about it, a lot of these mammies would be miserable because they used to the toxicity. They would experience withdrawals just like a drug addict that no longer had their drug of choice. And a lot of these mammies' drug of choice is a very dramatic, toxic, in and out relationship with domestic violence included. I know folks don't want to hear that part either. It's a lot of these women that like what the fuck's going on because they keep going back. Some women don't think a man loves them if he don't swing on her. Did you hear what I said? If he does not lift his hand up and knock the fuck out of her over some petty ass bullshit, some of these black women don't think that that man loves them. So if in a hypothetical universe, things got together for that community, mammies would be uncomfortable as fuck. Let's just keep that part real. Hold up, y'all. I got a whole bunch of tabs open. Back to the poverty thing, right? I was telling y'all about the flash mobs earlier. There's going to be a lot more of those because people are broke and hungry and all this shit here. Stay your ass off of social media comparing your life to the highlight reel of somebody else's life, because that's what social media is. Nobody, unless they're looking for attention, post their bad times and their down and out times. They're posting highlights of their life, them and they man, them and this, them and their new job, them and all this shit here. They never post the days where shit ain't so good. So never compare your life to these people's shit. There's a lot of people going through a lot of things. And if y'all see cars in the street or y'all see a lot of teenagers, get the fuck on out of here, because this is what's happening with that shit.
Police need your help identifying dozens of people involved in a robbery at a 7-Eleven in South Los Angeles.
Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel is live with new information from authorities. Jaysha?
Giovanna Phillip, police are now releasing surveillance footage inside the 7-Eleven where you can see people destroying things and throwing and stealing items. If you take a look at your screen, you can see a large group of people on Monday coming into the store, and police say they came from a street takeover at this intersection of Figueroa and El Segundo.
Now, y'all tell me, how is that any different than this? Y'all, these people are hungry as fuck. This is a group of vultures just feasting on carcasses and shit. Ladies, keep your ass up out of there. Let's finish this up. I don't see the difference. The shit looked just like that to me.
Police need your help identifying dozens of people involved in a robbery at a If you take a look at your screen, you can see a large group of people on Monday coming into the store, and police say they came from a street takeover at this intersection of Figueroa and El Segundo. Now, in the video, you can see people knocking over items and destroying things, and even
These
crossing
motherfuckers
the
look like
plastic
animals.
barrier where the register is, going behind the counter, throwing items everywhere. Police say that they think at one point there were at least 100 people inside the store, and they need your help identifying the people in the video. They say one particular man wearing a Colorado Rockies baseball hat and backwards jersey grabbed items and threw them at a worker. The suspects could face multiple charges, including...
Now, y'all remember in the 2010s where store owners was taking these motherfuckers out. The marches happened, and now people are apprehensive because they don't want their entire life ruined for having to take one of y'all sons out. If somebody that owned this particular franchise came out and did his business, then y'all would have been crying foul. I haven't seen any of you talk about how dangerous and terroristic your sons are when they come in places. They tear shit up. Now, when they get some Swiss cheese put in their fucking chest, then you want to come out. Why aren't you guys coming out now? Anytime this happened in California. And from what I understand, women in California, y'all, that's where like not the Black Lives Matter movement, Black Panther and all that shit started out in Oakland, from what I understand. So y'all some power to the people, mouthy ass, protesting ass bitches. Why isn't anybody saying we got to do something about these kids? Because y'all said that y'all got to get active. You got to do things. Y'all got your capes. They crisp. They smell like Downy and Hennessy. So where are you? You're missing in action. I suggest these store owners go ahead and take this shit back to 2010, 2012, 2015 and put these motherfuckers about that store. Because I'm going to tell you like this, that could not be my livelihood. That could not be my place of business where I was feeding myself, where I was paying my bills. If your sons come in with that nonsense, I don't give a fuck if you put all my social medias out here, who I am, what I am, license number, whatever. Your sons caught the right one that night. A lot of these store owners, they don't want to have their lives ruined. They don't want their name in the paper because here you come, bonnet first, talking about he didn't have to shoot over some potato chips. Bitch, that was more than potato chips. It was cigarettes, it was liquor, it was all kind of shit. And that little bit of money adds up over the course of the month. That's how those people pay their bills. Okay? This is some bullshit. This shit pissed me all the way off when I saw it.
DZ.
Go ahead, Kyra.
DZ, these will be the same Bonettas whining about food deserts in these areas.
Yes.
And they won't put the pieces of the puzzle together. Why would anyone open up a business in your area? First of all, why don't you turn to the cicada near you and tell him to build and put in stores, first of all? But at the very least, if you want other groups of people to put businesses in your area, guess what? They need safety. They don't want this bullshit. Why would they put their business and their livelihood in your neighborhood when you have this type of shit going on?
And to be honest with you, when they do stuff like this, only thing they do is ensure that these people can file their insurance claims, get their checks, and get the fuck on and rebuild somewhere else far the fuck away from them.
I
That's all
would.
that type of shit ensures.
I
Just like
would.
when they went crazy and started burning all that shit down. And then Tamika Mallory jumped her ass. So they're talking about, it don't matter. We don't care. They got insurance. Yeah, they got insurance and they gonna file their claims and rebuild somewhere else and get the fuck on and leave. And that's exactly what y'all deserve. But I'm trying to see, is these the same white people wearing the black mask that light skin was just talking about? Is these the white people wearing the black mask that was
That's
robbing
the
this
question.
store and doing this? Is because they swear up and down it's the white people in the black mask that's committing a lot of the crime. So I need to know, is that who this was that was on here doing this to this store?
Darling, I guess so. But
There's
we
always
did
a conspiracy theory with these people. Whatever. Like,
we did a piece on grocery stores getting up out of these hoods. The ones that we showed was in Chicago, and I think the other one was in Detroit. But I would pack up and leave too. Your kids won't have anything. Keep tearing up the place. Oh, shit. Didn't they tear up their only Walgreens, or was it CVS? I think it was CVS over there during the Freddie Gray situation. Y'all didn't give a fuck about the elderly people in your community that need those drugstores for their medications. It's all about the comfortability of niggas. Period. And they want these marches, y'all, are taking place because they want black men to be able to do their shit without any consequences. That's just the fact of the matter. Nikki 79, are you dust? Oh, well, first of all, you got to cut your camera off, boo. Cut your camera off, and then I'll let you up here, and then you can tell me whether you dusty. All right. Now, are you dusty?
No, I am not. I have been dying to get on your show. I just want to say how much I love your channel and your panel, and that I've been divested before I even knew it was a thing, and
Nikki,
I
where are
felt
you
guilt.
from? Where are you
I
from, babe?
am originally from the Caribbean,
Okay, I hear it.
but I live in
Don't tell
Norway
nobody where you
now.
live. Don't tell nobody
Oh,
where you live, boo.
in Scandinavia. It's a big area. Anyway, so yes, I have been feeling so guilty throughout the years. I thought I was being racist against my own race until I found your channel, and I'm like, yeah, fuck black man.
Well, thank you for your support. You got any input on all the topics we talked about? The light
Oh,
bill,
I
the
do not
eviction.
miss your show. I know I have to keep on watching it on the rerun because of the time difference, but I have not missed your shows. Thank you so much. I now feel much better because I felt like a traitor. But yes, I feel much better now. Thank you so much.
Well, thank
You're
you for
doing
coming.
wonderful things.
Okay, well, thank you for your support.
DZ, may I say something to in regard to what she said?
Yes.
Have you ever, like, and I'm pretty sure you have, but have anybody else noticed that from the time you were a little kid, at least this was in my instance, where they were always like, you are black first, you are black first, not even realizing that black, the term, a racial term, since they hate racism so much. And shout out to the simpleton who said we don't teach history. Bitch, here's a lesson for you. The term with regard to race is an actual construct that was erected by white men or society in general as a means of oversimplifying who did and did not belong. Black women for the longest have put that race card before their woman card. You were a woman before you ever knew what the fuck black was. Furthermore, black or race as a construct is only newly emerged and is only about 6 centuries old into the grand scheme of the existential entirety of humanity. No one knew what the fuck that was. Even in ancient Greeks, where black people taught the Greeks, mind you, because they love to brag about that shit, race was not a construct. You were just a woman or a man. It did not matter. So why the fuck are they still bringing that up? That was the last hurdle, one of the last hurdles I had to get over as a divester. I was like, but I'm a black woman. No, I'm a woman. Everything else is second to that.
No, it becomes a lot easier when you understand how
Hold
full
up
of shit.
hold up a second, Aaliyah. Bro, what is this child name? What's the problem, boo? Brown-eyed girl, what's the matter, boo? I know good and well that black women don't have a problem with a motherfucker screaming. I know you don't. I know you don't. I'm gonna tell you how I know. It's because when y'all sit in the pews of these churches, or y'all sit at these hip hop concerts, or when some other nigga got his microphone on, y'all, you kind of sit and clap and be, acting like some disabled seals at the time. brown-eyed girl. So, the link has been pinned since the very beginning of this show. What is up with all of the policing tonight? This is the wrong area to be policing folks. Y'all don't have a problem with people yelling. You have a problem with Black women yelling, particularly Black women that are not trying to coddle your sons. Boo. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I get what they're saying about the race thing. But when you learn just how full of shit these people are, you will learn that anything that requires you to tell the truth or be honest about anything is a betrayal, is anti-Black, you're talking down on your own people, is self-hate, anything negative they can think of. And all it is you're being honest and telling the truth about the things the way you see it. Anytime you tell the truth about anything, if it sheds the Black community in a negative light, you already know that they are about to turn on your ass. And after you just realize that that's just the way it is, because I had to tell my sister the other day, I have just come to the conclusion that I do not think like 99.9% of Black people. That's why it is. And now that I know that, I can feel so much better about it, because we do not think alike, period. That's why this group of divestors is so small, because people can say we're growing, but no, we're still in the minority. It's a small group of us, because the rest of these people, we don't think the same way, not politically, not about anything, because in order for anything to happen, you would have to tell the truth. These people hate the fucking truth.
Girl, let me show y'all something, and you're right about that. Nothing is going to change. Ebony, I brought you up. I don't know what happened. Nothing's going to change in the community. Y'all, there's a cemetery. There's a cemetery in Philadelphia that's become overwhelmed with the bodies that Black males have been dropping. They're so busy and understaffed, they can't keep up with how many plots they need, because whether it's male or female, it's a Black man that's taking them out. Okay, they even got one of the felons that used to be a thug. I think he's still a thug. Don't get that part fucked up on here. I want to go over this with y'all. Your body's that's dropping every 5.5 hours, but I honestly think that it may be closer to 4. I don't have any proof of that, but for a cemetery to be overwhelmed with your bodies, that's a hot ass mess.
As we look for people in our area who are trying to save our streets, tonight we're walking through a Delaware County cemetery, a place where evidence of the city's gun violence epidemic is hard to ignore. Many of the city's young victims are buried there, and it's also where Chris O'Connell met with one man who has seen firsthand how the violence is affecting so many. Chris, it is truly a sobering sight.
Sheba, it's one of the reasons why we wanted to do this story. It is a grim reminder that there is a person, a family, a story behind every shooting, every homicide. Unfortunately, there are many of those stories to tell. Preparing their 4th plot of the day, the gravediggers at Friend Southwestern Burial Ground in Upper Darby can hardly keep up with demand.
They can hardly keep up with demand. We're not talking about shoes, food, none of that shit. They can't keep up with demand because you're dying too fucking fast for them. Not by natural causes, because these idiots don't have any impulse control. They don't have any consequences. So they can't even get these holes digged fast enough to get your ass in there. Let's go.
Business is tied directly to Philadelphia's homicide rate. And as you can see by the rows and rows of freshly dug graves, business is booming. Cemetery workers say 90% of these new graves are victims of violence.
I got chills because it's like I've been here a lot of times.
Excuse the monster on the left with the booger green shirt on. He's also one of these degenerate nakers. He's been a victim of gun violence and he's committed gun violence. So unfortunately, homeboy on the right couldn't find nobody else to talk to. So please take a sip of wine so you can get through this part of this show.
Either supporting people or partaking in a funeral service.
Mustafa Ali has been to this cemetery that caters to Muslim burials too many times to count.
I partook in his service, with the washing of the body.
From the childhood friend's grave who was gunned down back in January to the seemingly endless number of other friends and family members he's lost.
Bruce Chenault, Stephon Wilson, Shakira Pittman.
Ali could have been one of those names, admitting he was once part of the city's gun violence problem. At 19, he did 6 years in prison for a firearms charge.
This is the Black community. In order to talk about a serious topic, they couldn't find anybody that didn't have bodies on them, somebody that didn't have felonies or didn't spend time in prison. That's the condition of that community that I'm asking you to divest from. That's the best that they can do. He is the pillar of that community. When you have a felon that was involved in all type of drug trafficking and gun violence, and that's the person you have to pick from, you need to stop.
Charge. A year later, he was shot 10 times and almost died. All these graves are teenagers.
Yeah, it's a lot of 15, 16, 17-year-olds out here. Yeah, people that didn't even live to see 18.
Ali is telling his story so other kids don't have to. He considers himself one of the lucky ones. He's now working 2 jobs and started his own clothing line called...
That's the business owners in the Black community. No doctors, no lawyers, nobody that is STEM based. This motherfucker got his life together and made you a fucking t-shirt. That community's trash. Let's go.
Called Stay in Your Lane.
Everybody say put the guns down. You gotta don't pick the guns up. When you pick the guns up, it's easy to shoot somebody.
You get the white man, I'm not trying to cut you off, but they get what I'm saying. Now, this is where y'all hailing from. They can't even keep up with demand. The last time I heard that term was when there was a hurricane in bad weather that was headed to Georgia, where they couldn't keep up with the bottles of water because people was trying to stock up for the impending horrible weather. When you talk about the Black community, they can't keep up with demand for grave plots. Do y'all understand me? Okay. Let's take this back to the beginning. These are the same men that have BF shunning me, have swirlers shunning me, that have, of course, the mammies shunning over this group of men, because I don't think that you should be bothered with them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. They're on both ends of the spectrum, y'all. Both ends. Anybody got anything on this before I take y'all to the other end? No?
No.
Okay, well, let me put this up here, and then we're going to go over this shit. So the other end of this, right, it's like this. They're violent, they're disgusting, they're horrible, they're terrible. They don't build, they don't provide, they don't do none of the shit that they're supposed to do. They're the terrorists in your community, and also they're the ones that's keeping you sick. They're keeping you sick. They're also sexual degenerates, and I'm going to show you how. Give me 1 second, y'all, because this is getting ready. If y'all are like freaked out by weird sexual talk, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that you probably need to leave now, right? Because this is not going to be cute whatsoever. So where is it at? Here we go.
You ever did? I sucked my own dick and came in my mouth. How do you do it? So there's 2 ways I can either bend over, but generally I lay on my back, I put my feet over my head, and I just go to town. Self-Gawk 3000. That's what y'all call it. I'm going crazy. Lick my own cum off of a lady's ass.
That's some gangster shit, bro. What it tastes like?
It tastes sweet.
Word, like duck sauce sweet?
We'll go with duck sauce sweet.
I'm gonna let y'all have that one before I go in.
Oh God, that was so gross.
I gotta go get a drink. I'll be right back.
I threw up in my mouth. What are you doing?
And then, sorry, Aaliyah.
No, go ahead, Kyla.
We wonder why the STI rate is so high amongst Black women. He just said he sucks another man's dick.
He said he sucked his own dick. Excuse you.
Oh, excuse me. My bad. My bad. He sucks his own dick and licks his own cum off of a woman's ass. Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you think he kisses her mouth after he licks it off her ass?
I don't know what he do, but whoever she is, that's a stupid ass bitch. She bent over for this motherfucker here. Okay, all right. Let's this shit is crazy. Let's encore this shit.
You ever did? I sucked my own dick and came in my mouth. How do you do it? So it's two ways. I can either bend over, but generally I lay on my back. I put my feet over my head, and I just go to town. Self-Gawk 3000. That's what y'all call it. So, I'm being crazy. Lick my own cum off of a lady's ass.
That's some gangster shit, bro. What it taste like?
It tastes sweet.
Word, like duck sauce sweet?
We'll go with duck sauce sweet.
If he's sucking his own dick, he's probably sucking other men's dicks too. That's my only contribution to this.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them because black men are the most effeminate group of men on the planet. Act like they not. You want to associate dark skin with masculinity? You got me fucked up.
I saw something like this on Facebook, a conversation a while ago, and they actually was comparing that to masturbation. That's what they was calling the self-orals. It's actually a name for it, but they were saying that it was no different than masturbation. And I'm thinking to myself, are y'all really trying to sell us on sucking y'all own dicks like that shit ain't gay as hell? Like, come on now, y'all. And that's me saying it the nice way. Like, if you sucking your own dick, come on, you like sucking dick.
And make no mistake about it, he does that too. He gave you an instructional. He said he lays down on his back, throw his funky ass feet in the air, and land that motherfucking shit log right in his mouth. Y'all, from the killing all the way down to doing backflips to suck your own dick, I don't see the appeal. You keep it up, okay? You ain't gonna have no lights to be able to do that shit come this fall. You're gonna have to, throw that motherfucker in your mouth in the dark by candlelight. Keep messing with these motherfuckers and you're going to get your issue. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. So if that means that I don't care about black women and girls, you can interpret it like that if you want to. But I know good and goddamn well that I do. And I need y'all to get the fuck up out of there. Period.
I don't know. I think this is kind of a good thing. Maybe if they all learn how to do it themselves, they'll leave black women alone.
Nah, they gonna still mess with them. The dude that we just showed the story on that was pretending like he was a priest and talking to black women. He has a girlfriend. She claims she doesn't know where he is, but that didn't stop him from, going out here pretending like he's a priest and trying to, SA black women or whatever women. That's Dunwoody, so I'm guessing that they're black women because, that's in the metro Atlanta area, but I digress. Okay. Tam, are you dusty?
What?
I said, are you dusty?
No.
Okay, I asked everybody that shit. Why you acting surprised, Tam?
I literally just stumbled onto this live. It looked interesting. I'm not.
Check it out. I got shadow banned by YouTube, so the chances of you stumbling across this live is very, very slim. So your algorithm must be something. What's up? What you got?
No, because I know this. I know in today's day and age with YouTube, there's all this talk about red pill and manosphere and modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not familiar with your page, but I saw that there was a live, so I was like, let me check it out. But no,
it doesn't. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Let me see. So if I was on YouTube, right, and I'm just watching a few videos, and I stumble across a live, I'll mistake somehow, and there's a link there, and then I see it and don't know who it is, what it is, or whatever. Would I click that link?
I would. I did.
I tried, y'all. I tried. I'm at a loss for words. But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm going to Discord so I can talk how I want to talk because I have to stutter up here because, you know what it is. You know what the community guidelines does. I'm headed there so I can just let her rip. Just go ahead and take the fucking censor off and chill with some like-minded women. Thank y'all for coming out. I gotta go. Lord help me. Bye.
Night.
Night.
Y'all.